Just really want to go through the idea of bad, 44, 45. Hi everyone, it's Michael Cowan speaking here, and in this short video blog I just really want to go through the idea of bad profits with you. The idea that profits can be bad is probably a bit of a misnomer to most people, and especially accountants. Any profit is good. But when we look at a customer base and we look at how they feel about us and how they experience us, when profits are bad and when they make customers feel trapped and really negative towards the company, then it's not good for the company. It really creates a very powerful sense of negativity, and it really induces a very negative perception of the company in the marketplace. And to contextualize this conversation, I just want to put this into two examples. I've spoken in the past about your marketing strategy being about care. Your customer service has got to focus on care. And it really does come down to that, because that's what makes people feel special. That's what makes them feel loved. And I own an Amazon Kindle, and I bought a leather cover for it because I just felt it was getting a bit damaged. And the leather cover unfortunately wiped the lettering from the keypad. Now, obviously, I was pretty irate about this, and I got hold of Amazon, and I spoke to one of the customer service agents there, and I explained what happened, and she was very apologetic, and she kind of said, "Mr. Khan, I'm sorry." And I was like, "Yeah, right. You really are sorry." She said, "No, seriously, I am. And here's what we're going to do is I'm going to send you a brand new Kindle delivered from the United States to South Africa, as I live in South Africa." She sent this with a brand new Kindle and a brand new cover at their expense. And not only that, is she included a voucher for me to actually return my old Kindle and cover back to her. And there was no question, there was no debating this, there was no arguing this. She was sincerely apologetic, and she did what she needed to do. It was fantastic. I feel loved by Amazon, and I love my Kindle, and I love the experience I had with them. And I'm going to be very happy and share about it. I'm not going to moan about it. I think it's great. On the other hand, there's a security company in South Africa called ADT, and they really are a bunch of the worst word you can actually think of. In South Africa, the security environment is definitely a concern. We go to bed, we lock our doors, we lock our security gates, we arm our alarms, and there is definitely a degree of violence, and we do feel vulnerable. Now, we had a security contract with ADT, and the connection broke, and we phoned them and we asked them to come and replace it or repair it, and they're like, yeah, we'll come, and they never arrived. And so naturally we're quite irate because we feel a bit insecure. And as we know, on Maslow's needs of hierarchy, safety is a big issue. It's a concern, and without that you don't feel great. So my wife got hold of them and said, I want to cancel this contract through non-performance. So they told her where to email the email of cancellation. And she also asked them to get back to her, and when they didn't, she followed up and they told her, "No, you've got the wrong email address." She subsequently sent the email, and of course we didn't hear from them. And we assumed that the contract had cancelled. We gave them 30 days notice, and we signed up with a new security company. Probably a month or two later, they phoned my wife up and they gave her absolute hell. They told her, "You've got to pay us, you owe us." But we said we cancelled from non-payment. So we kind of went into a dispute. We tried to speak to the CEO. We've tried everything that we can to speak to these people. You get pushed from pillar to post. They won't actually acknowledge that you've spoken to them. All they can say is, "You better pay, or otherwise we're going to hand you over to ITC," which is the credit bureau here. And of course, this is what they've done. Now, of course, as my wife, she can't she can't get finance now. Her credit record's a mess. So this company, ADT Security, has now gone into bully mode and said, because you owe us, because of the contract, you owe us money and you've got to pay. But of course, they haven't delivered their side of the bargain, and it's a two-way street. So now they've trapped us. And we're in a huge dispute, and we hate them. Now, here's the irony. If they had got hold of us and said, "Jeepers, guys, we're really sorry, we're coming tomorrow," they arrived when they said they would, and they delivered what they said they would do, we would still be with them. We wouldn't be moaning about it. We wouldn't be worrying over a couple of $1,000. We would stay with them for life. And so here we have a case of bad profits versus good profits. Trust me, I'm always going to be on my Amazon Kindle, and I'm always going to buy books from Amazon. ADT, I hate them. I absolutely detest them. And I speak to everyone I can and tell them how bad it is. And the only time we actually got any service from them is when we actually went to a website called hellopeter.com and outlined the story. Trust me, they phoned us in an hour because it's bad publicity. They know it's bad, but they don't care. And this is the difference. When we're looking at a customer segmentation model, we've got to understand who our customer is, and we've actually got to care. We've got to walk the talk. So that's really in a nutshell what I wanted to discuss, and below is a brief outline of the experience and the definition of bad profits. So if you have any stories, please let us know. And this is Michael Kahn signing out. Thank you, and thanks for joining us. Bye-bye.